The basis of good fitness, good health, and longevity of dogs, regardless of breed, is a properly formulated diet. The diet of the dog should be nutritious, of high quality, balanced by minerals, vitamins, and amino acids, and fully compensate for the energy needs of the body of animals. Germans are quite large, hardy, energetic dogs. So the question often arises, what is the best way to feed a German Shepherd? The main problem faced by owners is the dilemma of choosing what type of food to choose for their four-legged friend. That is, to feed the dog natural food or to give preference to ready-made dry food, which in a large range offers a market of products for animals. A ready-to-eat diet has its advantages. There is no need to make a daily menu, no need to spend time on preparation. Dry food has a long shelf life. It is convenient to take it with you on the road, traveling with your dog. But at once, we should note that by choosing a ready-made diet, feed Germans, as well as other dogs, only professional industrial feed premium, elite, and super premium classes. When selecting food, you need to consider the age and physiological characteristics of your dog. Responsible manufacturers produce separate lines of dry or concentrated foods with appropriate designations on the packaging. For example, for puppies, pregnant and lactating females, and for working dogs. Before buying, be sure to assess the composition of the food and the percentage ratio of the main components. Ready-made food should be of the highest quality. Give preference to the products of well-known, time-tested brands. By no means can you feed Germans ready-made economy class foods, products of unknown brands. For the manufacture of budget, foods use low-quality raw materials, which not only do not contain useful components but can lead to disorders of the digestive processes, allergic reactions, and dermatological problems. When feeding Germans with low-quality feeds in the body of animals, there is a deficit of amino acids, organic components, vitamins, and minerals. Portion size depends on the body weight of the dog and the level of activity. It is worth strictly adhering to the multiplicity of feeding, the dosage indicated on the package. Observe the conditions of storage of dry food. Do not forget that the bowl of the pet should always be filled with clean and fresh water. Still, most experienced dog breeders agree that it is better to keep German Shepherds on a natural diet. Regardless of category or class, all, without exception, industrial food contains flavorings, preservatives, stabilizers, coloring agents, flavor enhancers, and other components that may not affect the health of your beloved German dog in the best way. Natural food contains sufficient amounts of all the necessary nutrients for the growth, development, and well-being of the dog. The main thing is to choose the optimal ration, calculate the calories, and the volume of portions, and adhere to the feeding regime. It is recommended to feed the dog at the same time. The basis of the natural diet should consist of meat products and byproducts, which are the main sources of a highly valuable source of protein. Germans can be given beef liver, chicken giblets, lean mutton, veal, beef, horse meat, and poultry. Meat is given raw and cuts into portions. Stuffing is poorly digested in the body of dogs, so it is given only to puppies. Subproducts can be introduced into the diet from 4 to 5 months of age. Ban pork. Raw, unheated byproducts. Meat products of questionable origin and quality. Before feeding, raw meat should always be put under boiling water. Several times a month the German should be given sugar bones to chew on, which should also be well washed and steeped. Bones prevent the formation of plaque. Do not give chewed bones, pork bones, or boiled bones to dogs. As a treat, you can give your dog some boneless bones that you can buy at the pet store or a grocery store. Cooked oily saltwater fish can be included in the dog's diet, but no more than twice a week. The fish should be well boiled and separated from the bones. River raw fish is strictly prohibited for dogs, as it may contain dangerous helminths. Since the energy value of fish is lower, its quantity per serving should be 1.5 times that of meat. The same applies to the number of byproducts. Their amount should be twice as much as the number of meat products. The source of carbohydrates are cereals and grains. The dog's porridge should be well boiled in water, meat, and fish broth. German puppies can boil milk porridge. Of cereals that can be given to dogs: rice, buckwheat, wheat grit, oats Hercules, and wheat. You can boil several bowls of cereal at the same time. You should not give your dog barley, millet, pearl barley, corn, or pea grains. In addition to meat, you can add a boiled or roeg, sour cream, and a small amount of vegetable oil, olive oil, sunflower oil to the porridge twice a week. The diet of German Shepherds should include fresh, stewed, boiled, and baked vegetables, and fresh herbs. You can treat your dog to an apple, watermelon, plum, berries, dried fruits, and other fruits. Vegetables, greens, and fruits contain a large concentration of organic acids, vitamins, and fiber. For better digestion, a small amount of vegetable oil or sour cream should be added to vegetable salads. German Shepherds are also given dairy products, cottage cheese, kefir, skim, yogurt, and natural yogurt without additives or dyes. Puppies up to 5 months are recommended to introduce calcified cottage cheese and milk if there is no upset stomach. With natural feeding, it is mandatory to introduce vitamin and mineral supplements into the diet. Dogs need vitamin C, A, E, D, and B vitamins B1, B2, B3, B5, B9, B12, PP, H, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, iron, and zinc. The following foods are prohibited for small puppies and adult Germans: legumes, freshly baked goods, sweets, salty, spicy, smoked, pickled foods, and foods from our table. Do not give your dog raw potatoes, soybeans, pasta, sausages, and frankfurters. Never combine natural food with prepared foods. Pellets of dry food can be used as encouragement during training. As a treat, you can treat the pet with rye, oatmeal cookies, unsweetened cookies, slices of low-fat cheese, crackers, nuts, and kernels of seeds. A shepherd's diet should be nutritious, varied, and of good quality. It is recommended to feed adult Germans twice a day. Some owners transfer their pets to a single meal, which is also acceptable. Dogs can be transferred to 2 meals a day from 10 months of age to the single meal type of feeding after 1 year. In order not to disrupt digestive processes, it is important to stick to the feeding regimen. Food should always be fresh, at room temperature, and of a thick consistency. Too liquid food is poorly digested in the body of the dog. Do not give Germans too hot, cold food, or frozen food. The dog should have a bowl of clean water at his disposal. It is mandatory to buy separate bowls for food and water. Bowls should always be kept perfectly clean. It is recommended to buy a special adjustable feeding stand bowl rack for feeding. Are you thinking about getting a German Shepherd? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting a German Shepherd, please share this with them. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.